Hi there. I hope you're all keeping well. My name's Tom Cox. I'm the digital marketing manager at Frill. We're a creative marketing agency based in Ipswich, and I'd like to welcome you all to my talk today. Should you be on LinkedIn? You might be wondering who I am or why I'm speaking to you today about LinkedIn. So I'm just going to give a brief history about myself. I've been working in marketing for about the last 6 to 7 years. Initially, I started as a social media intern within a property company before joining a PR agency in London. I got my first real taste of the marketing industry here. I began learning the basic principles of marketing, and I did this whilst working with some really awesome B2B and B2C clients, which included the likes of the Canadian fast food chain Tim Hortons. I also worked alongside Thai Food Tea, and I was also once upon a time the voice of the pepperami animal, which was great fun, especially as I have a vegan girlfriend. I would always think of content that would wind her up, and that would be the premise pretty much of the sort of social content I would put out. So it was always great fun working on that account. Following my stint at the capital, I joined a marketing agency here in Ipswich. And then most recently, I have joined the awesome team at Frill as their new digital marketing manager. So the talk today will be split into two sections. The first of which I'll be showing you a few tips and techniques to help you prep your LinkedIn profile. And then in the latter half of this talk, I will show you the best ways to engage with the platform and a few little tricks and techniques to help you find that perfect role once you've completed your studies. I use LinkedIn pretty much on a daily basis, and I use it to help promote myself. On the premise of it, it's pretty much a really good personal branding tool, and it's just a great way to sort of get yourself in front of your ideal employer. So for this first bit, I'm going to explain to you how to get your profile up, running, and optimized. So in terms of preparing your account, simply if you're not already on LinkedIn, you should start today. To get started, you just simply need an email address, and the process of creating your profile is super easy. It's really simple. One of the first things you'll need to do once you signed up is start optimizing your profile. So we recommend starting by simply using a professional headshot of yourself for your profile picture. It's going to be the first thing a potential employer is going to see. So they won't be impressed if you use a photo of yourself maybe on a night out or on like a pub crawl. So be sure to use a professional smart image for that. And it just helps make that good first impression. Once you've done that, you should write a attention-grabbing headline and summary in your profile. This then gives you the opportunity to sell your capabilities, basically. And you should tailor these sections so employers can understand exactly what it is you do, what you can offer their business, and then what you're looking to accomplish in the field of employment, basically. It's just another area for you to really sell what you do and show that you're willing, determined for your next role. LinkedIn itself is built around sort of search visibility, and it's always recommended to get phrases like, for example, for a student, maybe entry level or junior role into these sections, as a recruiter might be looking to fill a junior role placement, and they use LinkedIn's own internal recruitment tool to find a user that will then fit their criteria. So if you've got these key terms and they're going around searching for someone that is a junior role or looking to do marketing, they'll search for those terms and they'll likely come across your profile if you've put these key terms into your summary section. Once you've done that, you should angle your profile to attract potential employers. Now, understand you guys are students currently, so you probably won't have much by way of career experience, but any sort of previous work experience or weekend job work or even voluntary work it can just be used to show that you're ready for the working world, basically. It's just a great way of showing potential employers that you've got a grasp of what the working industry is like, and that you're ready to get going and start your next job. LinkedIn also wants to know what skills you have, and there's a little area for this where you can put those skills in your skills and endorsement sections. These skills can range. There's a whole multitude of these sort of skill options, and they range by your industry area. So for mine, it would likely be marketing and social media, pay-per-click, my specialisms, and even program knowledge. So say, for example, you're a graphic designer and you're a whiz on Adobe Photoshop, pop that in there. Have you got any existing online portfolios? Just be sure to include these in the accomplishments section of your profile, and just encourage an employer to visit your website, for example, or your the podcast you host on SoundCloud, or maybe even your Flickr photography account. It's just a great way to show your next employer that you're doing stuff either in school or outside of school, but it's just showing them that you've got real life proof of your work, and that you're really driven and determined and enjoy the industry. And it's just a great way to demonstrate your capabilities, your knowledge, and your skills. So now your profile's starting to take a bit more shape. It's now worth reaching out to your friends, your family, and even maybe your college lecturers and professors, and start connecting with them on the platform. When they've connected with you, it's always worth asking them for a skills endorsement. So like we mentioned before about the skills section, where you can pop in all the skills you have. If someone feels like you're relevant and have attained that skill, they can endorse you for it. So it will show up as one of your top skills on your profile, and it sort of shows it gives a bit of reassurance to an employer, because it shows that you know exactly what you're doing. Also, if your connection is kind enough, it's always good to get a recommendation from them. So this is sort of a written recommendation of the experience they've had working alongside you. So think of this section as your reference section from a standard CV. It's literally a person or a connection giving you a recommendation and just showing that you display exactly what it is an employer needs to see. And that's how I would optimize and prep my LinkedIn profile. So we've gone over the techniques for optimizing and helping you to find and set up an account and get it ready for the working world. We're now going to look at a few tips to help you actively search for a role. So instead of someone coming to you, you're now going to them. So another function on LinkedIn that you can use is to set your profile as open to work. So this will basically notify recruiters that are looking for, this will notify you recruiters that you yourself are looking for your next role. So in order to do this, it's a very simple process. You need to head to your profile. Now at the top, it's sort of next to your profile picture, there is a section that says Add Profile section. It should be a little blue button. If you click onto that, it will give you a little drop down list. There should be a subheading on there called Intro. So you want to click onto that, and then underneath that, there should be an option that says Looking for a New Job. So once you click onto that, a little sub menu should pop up, and in this section you can start giving recruiters more of an idea of the sort of work you're looking for. You can include the job role you're looking for, the location of the job, when you're available to start, if it's immediately or if you have a notice period, and the sort of what sort of job type you're looking for. So if it's full-time, part-time, or whichever one suits you best. It's just a really simple way of signaling to recruiters that you're on the hunt for your first or next job, and they'll have, like I say, the internal tools to see that you're looking to work, it's visible on your profile, and they'll be more likely to reach out to you about a job. As we sort of mentioned earlier in the talk as well, LinkedIn itself is built around search visibility. So as well as employers and recruiters, looking for your profile, you can also look to find them. So it's worth considering how someone would use search, similar to how Google works. And when you search for a query, it's the same similar format on LinkedIn. So for example, if I was looking for a digital marketing role, I would click LinkedIn's search box at the top of the platform, and I would search along the lines of the phrases looking for and then digital marketing manager. When the search results appear, you should then click onto the tab that says content at the top, and this will basically show you a list of all the posts that have been posted by LinkedIn users. So it's likely you'll literally come across someone that is someone that has posted looking for a digital marketing manager. It basically looks at the nuances of someone posting and says, they probably won't use it to be so formal. They might just say, oh, I'm looking for a junior exec. I'm looking for an entry-level exec. It's looking at how someone posts content to then, instead of them reaching out and looking for, you're then going to them to then comment and say, hey, I'm available, I can work, and you just basically begin that conversation. From a student's perspective, I would recommend using the phrase looking for. Then I would include maybe the phrase junior role or entry level, and then I would follow that with the sort of job I'm looking for. So for example, I would have looking for junior marketing executive, or looking for entry level marketing executive. Just one thing to note though about that is, before you start commenting on every post that's popped up in the content section, and before you begin bombarding people with direct messages to say, hey, I'm ready to work, I can do this, this, that, the other, just be sure to do some research on the company and the person posting the content. Click onto their profile, have a look around, and just make sure it's right for you, it's relevant for you, and they are the company or business you want to be working for, instead of just rushing out. Because with everything across social media, you have to filter through the content and just make sure it's right, it's relevant, because it's nationwide. It's international. So there might be a post about a recruitment role, but it might be in the United States. So you just have to make sure you're looking properly. One of my favorite quotes actually is, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. It's very simple. It's very, very easy quote to sort of live by. And it's also weirdly the case with LinkedIn, I feel. LinkedIn's a great source of inspiration, especially when you're looking to make that next step in your career. So what better way to get advice, to get guidance about that, by asking someone that's pretty much already done it. I'd recommend reaching out maybe to the manager of a team you'd love to be a part of, or if they have one, the internal recruiter at a company you'd like to work for, and just asking them what you would need to do to get a position in their company. Start the conversation with them. There's no harm in asking, and it's just nice to reach out to people and just get an understanding of what it takes to work for them and work alongside them. And it's just great to demonstrate that you like what they do as well, and you'd love to be a part of it. Again, one thing to note about that is just be mindful of how you approach this. Just be respectful of their decisions, and if you don't manage to get a response back, don't take it personally, don't take it to heart. These people are busy, so just respect their decision. And lastly, it's also worth just staying engaged on the platforms and with the content on the platform. Just involve yourself with what's being posted. There's numerous groups, there's numerous sorts of communities on LinkedIn where there's hundreds of people similar to you, and they're all interested in the same things as you. So just be sure to comment, like, and share on relevant content, and just involve yourself and just engage with the content that's out there, just to show that you're well versed in what you do, and that you are people will see you as more of an authority. A handy little trick I use is to follow hashtags on LinkedIn, which you can do. So you do this by searching for the hashtag, and then when you searched it, there should be an option at the top to follow it. Basically, what this will do is it will show you the trending content within the conversation, and this will actually show it on your timeline. So if you're searching for marketing, for example, like I do, I get content fed to me on my timeline in amongst all of my connections. So to recap, really, the answer to the question of this topic, should you be on LinkedIn, quite simply is yes. How should you make the most of the platform? Well, if we just recap on what we've said, you'll need to optimize your profile. To do this, we recommend using a suitable profile picture. Just make sure there's none of you on a night out. Include an attention-grabbing headline and summary. This is the part where you begin to sell yourself and show your capabilities, your skills. Include your previous experience, no matter how small. There's always a way in which you can turn it to make it look like it's relevant for the role you're applying for. If you've got them, include your online portfolios, no matter where they are. Connect with your friends and family and lecturers. Reach out to them, ask them for the endorsements, see if they can up your endorsement skills, levels, and if they're kind enough as well, ask them for a written recommendation. It really helps display your knowledge and that you are capable of what you say you can do. So that's the optimizing side of it. In terms of actually outreaching and starting to find your next role, you want to set your profile as open to work. This then triggers on any sort of LinkedIn recruiter tool that this person or yourself is looking for their next job, and it's easier for a recruiter to find someone that is actually actively seeking a role instead of just any person. I really highly recommend checking out and trying our looking for and junior role search bar trick. It's incredible. It's just an incredible way and a really proactive way of finding your next role. And I think a lot of the people that the content you come across will be a lot more appreciative that you've seeked them out instead of being a connection. So I think they'll see it more as a savvy way of using the platform, and they'll know that you've got your head screwed on, you're ready to go. Remember, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. But be mindful of how you use this. It's always worth reaching out to people that have done what you want to do, just to get some guidance and understanding of what it takes to do it. But just like I say, be careful of how you do it. Don't bombard them. Be mindful, be respectful of their decisions. And if they don't get back to you, it's okay, it's fine. Don't take it personally. And lastly, just stay engaged with the content. There's a whole host of content being posted on LinkedIn daily. Regardless of what sort of topic or industry it is, there's always someone talking about it. Just involve yourself, just get involved with the conversation, show people you know what you're talking about, so you have a sort of you start to build a community of people that you've never met before, but they're all in similar roles to you, so you can knowledge share. These people will connect with you, and if they're looking for someone to recruit, it's more likely they'll go to you because they understand that you know what you're talking about. So yeah, just engage, get involved with the platform, use it, and use it wisely. I just want to say thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for listening. And I hope you've taken something away from this talk about why you should be using LinkedIn and how to effectively use it. If you're looking for more info about what I've covered in today's talk, or if you just want to have a chat about how the platform works, or just a chat in general, be sure to connect with me on LinkedIn. Or if you're interested in about the wonderful world of marketing, be sure to check out the Frill website. You can find us at frillgood.com, or if you want, alternatively, you can follow us on our socials where we have good fun. Be sure to check us out on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Again, many thanks for your time today. Look after yourselves, and good luck with the rest of your studies. Thank you very much.